Live. Sorry.
One second.
All right, I'm gonna bring up guys. We're gonna the Harris thing here. So
Bum, bum, bum. We worked hard. It was a valiant effort. Our goals, our ideals are worth keeping. I grew up in a middle class family.
gonna laugh like a fucking cow.
She will be doing no laughing. I could almost guarantee you that.
No,
or,
no
yeah,
Kamala
so,
cackle.
Or she's gonna be like,
I'll be running in 2028 again. I've already got the Democratic Party endorsement.
you know, when you run into an ex-girlfriend and she's like, "I'm doing great. I'm doing so great." She may take that route where it's like, "Hey, it's fine. Everything is great. We're just gonna file all these lawsuits and destroy them." You know, I don't know. Maybe she's like, "Hey, this was stolen." You know, who knows what she's gonna say.
The Russians won.
Apparently, the Russians also took.
Did you
Crumpy.
disappoint Crump?
I may have.
Little word.
He was glitching a little bit.
Oh,
So I'm gonna guess that you know, his
4:01 p.m. Is Kamala live anywhere?
Bear Jaw, brother. Great to see you, man. Good to see a bunch of you guys, man. I haven't seen in a minute.
Watch Kamala Harris speaks. Oh, oh. I see people coming out.
Hey, Nate D, brother. Great to see you, man. Too many choices. Black Diamond Guns and Gear. All the channel members. Now we have all of our chats mixed together. We're live on John Crump News. We're live on John Crump Live, Flying Rich Firearms, DLD After Doc, and Twitter, and all those other places too. Crump rage quit the panel. No,
It looks like they're prepping the podium right now.
Montana, brother, great to see you. I could check in with Crump. Tim S, what up?
Crumpy's joining.
I figure he'll be. Oh yeah, he is coming back there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
I want to ride. Great to see you. First one.
Do you have a feed for the?
Yeah, I do, but it
Okay.
died out a little bit. But going back in.
Johnny by Kurt 24. Kurt, I'll fill you in later, man. I'm good. I'm good, but I didn't have court. I did have court today.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I'm okay. I'm good. I am free. No bench
Free
warrants.
of a few dollars. Free.
I've been relieved of my monies. Man. Yeah, I'll talk about it on my show, which all of you out there can subscribe to DLD After Dark. On my road to 5,000. So
yeah, I'm switching to a backup.
I got a Fox News feed if you want me to drop it.
No, I got it here. They're switching. I was doing the AP, but there seems to be having issues.
They stole Dark shekels.
The highway pirates.
They shafted my shekels. I guess the Dems were right. It was a landslide, and it's still not over. Dang. Oh, Traveler. I'm glad Dark's dream did not come to pass. You know, there's got to be a reason things happen that way, you know? All right, so are we going to make fun of her while it's going on or make fun of her at the end?
I say we do it all the way through.
Okay, perfect.
Go not too much, so people can actually hear her though. Balanced.
Yo.
Rich, balanced.
Dude, I'm pretty sure I just saw somebody that I know there. Personally.
Biblically, no?
Not biblically, no. Remember when I did a show showing someone's son that had been shot with a 9mm round?
Oh, yeah.
And it went through his hand, exited his hand, went into his shoulder, exited his collarbone, into his chest, and back out of his other shoulder.
Right. The feed I'm watching, never mind.
That I believe I just saw his father there, which is crazy to me. Crazy that a gun guy could be there right now.
There's some Secret Service person that in a couple months will be guarding Trump, I guess. Maybe. I don't know.
Dangle, Matt, Mike McLuhan, the Goon. Good to see all you guys. Johnny Bott, Jason Schmidt.
I don't know. I see people on the feed I'm watching, last minute doing stuff. I'm like, really?
Like last minute doing what kind
Like hooking up wires and, I'm like,
Well, maybe they're hooking up the wires that they had to unhook last night when she refused to speak to her people that dedicated their time, energy, resources, and money to,
dude, how great would it be though just to be sitting back eating popcorn in the crowd?
Oh man. Yeah.
Where's the white dudes for Harris shirts?
They're right there.
They're all ripped off.
What a ripoff.
Oh, I would love to have like the mobile concession on on Kleenex. It's like you have like a food truck, but it's a Kleenex truck. It's like,
She's still drunk.
Ooh,
Mitten State Media, welcome. Montana, great to see you, my guy. Blue Curtain Burner, DB Cooper, great to see all you guys. Dark, what up, OG? Appreciate you, man. Dangle, Matt, thank you so much.
Content here came through last night.
Jordan Vinro, everyone say hello to Saint Vinro, owner of Gideon Optics and Patmos Arms, and he's just all around great person.
I don't think they can. The Germany 2H might do any like waters, but I mean, none of them is going to stand up.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think they're going to fight, and look, if she's willing to spend, I mean, I know there's going to be lawsuits, I know there's going to be delaying in certification, but look, if they, hey, Sunny Guns, if they spent $10 million on having Beyonce say, hey guys, I need you all to vote for what's your name again, right? Kamala. Look, if they put that $10 million towards a bunch of saboteurs and subverters that were all getting paid by the Democratic Socialists of America, that happen to be the places, the non-governmental organizations that were all funding riots through the Summer of Love, that $10 million would go a very long way. So I would still say get ready. Goonbeam, great to see you. Goonbeam is the best flashlight company on the planet. He makes flashlights with mod light and cloud like performance with sub streamlight costs. So show him some love. We all have discount codes, but however way you get there.
Yes, Kurt. 7 for 7.
Oh, did all the swing states go to Trump?
7 swing states that we were really concerned about.
Oh, Rich, say it out loud.
No.
Just give it to the migrants for free, just for coming across the border.
I love the title.
Kamala. Oh, any moment. VP Harris speaks after losing to Trump. Goonbeam, best beam, facts.
Yeah, well, Corn Pop, you might be right. It might be disappointing, but like I said, I voted for judges.
Yeah, I think
the 2 Supreme Court nominees probably going to happen in the next in the next term.
I think it's important to be realistic here, and this is going to be the administration of gun rights. Nexus, what's up, bud? Corn Pop, great to see you, by the way. Safety Harbor Firearms. Look, we're going to need to be replacing 2 Supreme Court justices,
Maybe
and if
even
we're
3.
able, yeah, maybe even 3, and if we can do so
If we replace 3, that would be
dude, and if we do it with, and I'm not saying like they need to lean a certain way politically, I'm just saying very, constitutionally based judges, That's all we're asking for. Judges that actually care about our natural rights that are supposed to be protected by the Constitution of the United States of America. If we
Jordan,
can
which
do that.
three were you thinking? Definitely Thomas and Alito and maybe Sotomayor.
Man, people are really feeling the pain out there, man. The people that thought this was going to go another way, it's like unfathomable. I heard somebody say today, I won't repeat who, I heard somebody say today, how could this happen? The only people that vote for Trump are racist or narcissists.
Pick me, pick me.
Most of the country.
Yeah. Like, are you really, don't you think that we would live in a different country if that were true? But they're just perpetuating the same nonsense that that's installed in their brains each day. And how is it that all these people are coming here to hear her talk about losing? Right? Like what just go home.
I don't understand. There's like the flag fluffer out there. She keeps whatevering the flags.
Marconi, great to see you, bud. Marconi has a super, super sick Glock slide. Honestly, for the price, probably one of the sickest. Got a huge chunk port in that thing. And I actually didn't know. Rich Crump, do you guys know how much work goes into that ported slide and barrel combo?
No idea.
He has to like completely machine the rifling out of the front of the muzzle. Dude,
Oh,
it's
really?
actually, yeah, it's a lot of work. And most of the slides that are similar, where it's a ported slide with a ported barrel, are like $800. His is like four something. It's way, way more affordable. And I think code dark is active. But I don't get anything. I'm just saying.
Where is Howard University?
DC.
Oh, okay.
Well, I thought it was Merlin.
No, it's DC.
Okay, well, first off, I come from a middle class family. Corn Pop says, if Trump actually deports 30 million illegals, I'll eat my words and admit I was wrong. I don't think I could expect that. I'm just saying, like, personally. Supreme Court justices aren't dependable. I'd actually like to see legislation action that might fortify the two-way, perhaps at least get rid of the F out of the ATF and abolish the NFA.
Supreme Court justices uh, aren't dependable, but let's say Trump did not win in 2016, we wouldn't have Bruin.
We wouldn't have Bruin. We wouldn't have fought braces. We wouldn't have fought bump stock, or we wouldn't have won braces, bump stocks.
Yeah, because those were Trump judges that were appointed to the fifth.
Yeah. So even though Trump caused the issue that gave the latitude to the ATF to make their opinions carry the weight of law, and even though Trump literally caused that issue, started the entire thing, the poetic, like the beautiful thing that's poetic about this is that the justices that he appointed were the ones that beat it, which is hilarious. And look, I'm not giving anyone a pass. If you do anything against the 2A, that is a major strike against you. But I'm gonna take the T-Man all day over Swalla Kamala.
So I've been saying this for a while. Kamala still has 2.5 months to be the first woman president of color.
Of color.
But I think Biden wants to write it out. So how soon?
I don't think. I mean, he was pushed out, so I think. I think he's probably smiling a little bit today, to tell you the truth.
How soon till Biden pardons his son and all of his family members?
I don't know. I think that's going to happen, though. I think that definitely will happen. Probably on the last day.
Testing 1 2 3 says, I'm finally feeling unburdened by what has been.
Yeah, that's what I wrote this morning on Twitter.
That's hilarious.
At like 2:00 in the morning, 5:00 in the morning.
All right, I'm a little ahead of you on the feed.
Teacup.
Well, just keep me informed if they're coming out, so you know.
Yeah, so some dude walked out. I don't know if he said anything. It didn't look like he said. All right, now another lady's walking out.
I see the dude coming out. Or at least they can still dance. Always a good day to dance, I guess.
Yeah, a lady comes out, drops a folder, pauses, and then turns around and goes back.
Yeah. It's her speech.
Speech. Watch her be like, sorry guys, unfortunately, Kamala's not going to be able to make it.
I thought she was going to say something.
Yeah, it was weird.
And
She paused
she could
there.
have ripped the Band-Aid off and had this speech last night and gone home and been thinking about everything today.
I feel
but it
for
is
I feel for Maya Rudolph.
delayed.
I think that SNL character is probably not going to have a lot more time.
She was very good at it.
Jim Gaffigan's going to be looking for a new.
You know who's gonna be is probably really excited because he just nailed his career for the next 4 years.
Trump.
Shane Gillis.
Mm. Extreme, welcome. Lead on Steel, good to see you as well. Mule 47, dumpster fire incoming.
Yeah, I wanna see the next Skull Tony. It's gonna be
Another person's walking out.
It's gonna be awesome.
Well, it is 4:17 p.m. Eastern.
They're never on time. That's why I started at 4 instead of doing it like a little bit early.
Yeah.
More people walking out with camera gear.
Dude, I'm really curious.
Doug Imhoff's brother is named Jack. That's awesome.
What?
No, I don't think it's true, but I was saying that was extreme.
Word salad time.
I wonder if she can say, "I am unburdened by what."
Dude. Rich, did you see my message?
Yes.
So Rich and I both had on our IG, I put feeling unburdened by what has been. And I look up and Rich's thing says the same thing. Oh, that's great. If Trump had learned from the past, he wouldn't have let his son-in-law anywhere near the White House. He even acknowledged letting Kushner in is a mistake last time around. Well, we'll see what happens this time around. Unburdened from her brain. DLD After Dark, are NDZ parts good quality? Good would be a good way to put it. I wouldn't say they're high performance parts, which is funny because the company is actually called NDZ Performance, but they're certainly not bad. I just think that if you're going to be paying a premium for aftermarket parts, just go OEM, unless it's a crazy deal. DB, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Cop cut number 2. Dude, I could literally pull my hair into a man bun right now. All right. So I don't want to hear it.
What? Dude, it's 20 minutes.
Chick chaser.
Somebody just came out and turned around and went back in. I don't know if they're saying, hey, she's coming out, or the one photographer moved. They're like, no, get her from this angle.
Mm.
Network degraded. All right, let's try to load this. I don't know why that was.
Wow.
All right, I'm going to share it again.
Crump, I'll drop my link in the private chat.
Yeah, one love. I concur.
That this administration couldn't get a handle on earlier because it was clearly going against
Go on.
them. Haley.
Looks like the press pool has moved in, so
Like, I just have a camera on the podium.
this 18-minute delay before.
Nice Extreme says I'm carrying my ACW Hard Chrome 1911 to celebrate today. Dude, I got one of my 19s. I got hard chromed by Ford's Custom Gunnery Finishing in Florida. Woo, that thing is a beauty. Please don't man bun. I promise you I will never. I would rather rock the comb over. You heard it here first, folks. Dark likes men's buns. No, no, no. Man bun. Singular. One bun. Can we get her back?
Minutes.
As the
Yes,
White
Kelly
House
McInerney.
press
Okay, we got a 5-minute warning.
Senior White House correspondent Jackie Heinrich, live at
Dude,
Howard University.
she was fun to look at. And she had some I mean she was a
She's wicked smart.
Yeah.
She's
not much except for they just called for a medic behind the DJ.
crabby
booth.
McCrab
We still
face.
don't know really who's
Medic
in
behind the
this
DJ
round. One
booth.
of the
Maybe
things
Kamala
the
decided
campaign
that she
never got
can't
an
go
answer
on.
to yesterday, what their connection was to the vice president, how many were here, who was invited.
So we got a
And
5 minutes.
now
So
we've
in
seen
5
some
minutes,
folks that we recognize just
Hmm.
from covering politics in Washington D.C. But there are
Lead on Steel, DLD After Dark, thank you for the reply. Buddy has some parts for sale on the cheap, and I'm thinking of putting them on my G44, so nothing for serious use. Yeah, you should be okay. It's usually like one car said, it's usually more for like color, and they do a lot of like fancy finishes and stuff. But for a Glock 44 22 LR, you're fine, man.
You've got David Plouffe, for instance,
yeah.
basically blaming President Biden for Harris's loss, saying that he dug a hole so deep she could barely climb out of it. And I'm hearing from Biden loyalists reaction to that
Ooh.
Donald Trump.
Bear Paul says, I bet her husband had a great night last night.
This time around, trying to support Harris. There's been
Did he beat her
a
like
lot
he
of
beat
debate
his
over
ex-girlfriend?
whether or not to place him
Ooh.
or
Oh, no, Trump did first.
The sad Jamaican horn. Brandon says, Dark, I got a custom slide from Lone Wolf that looks like a Nintendo Zapper, and I put it on the gray P80 frame. Dude, okay, is it the one with the circular, like, the circular long over the barrel, that area, which is usually very blockish on the Glockish? I think I know exactly which one you're talking about. I've wanted that
on
one
my
for.
feed now.
I've wanted that one for a long time. Tell me this, Brandon, is yours cut for an optic? Because I haven't been able to find that one cut for an optic.
Or certainly didn't stake herself out to be
Dark like deck.
believable when she tried to take that moderate mantle. So it really just a lot
Toby
of
Hatch, what up? Good to
sadness,
see you.
I think, among people who wanted to see her win and waiting to see what the message is. We're hearing some cheers behind us. I don't see anyone notable though. It'll be curious to see what.
No, it's Walsh. So it is no.
Yes, nobody notable.
Quite something.
Dang.
Been in this position on the other side as of you.
Tampon Tim?
But these people.
Tampy Tim. Tampy.
That would have been funny if she would have answered, yeah, okay, so I was right. There's no one notable.
For a concession
Yep. So a lot of these people probably worked in the vice presidential office. A lot of people here, students on campus.
Man, even their claps are inauthentic.
Relentlessly, they were asked for their time and their efforts. And then to wait all night last night to see that they knew what the results were, and to not hear anything until today. But they look like they're fine. Like maybe nobody.
Wait,
cares
is
about
that Tim's wife now? Oh, yeah, that is.
Kamala Harris's stepdaughters who have just come in.
Oh, that is the best face ever, Tim. Thank you for making that face.
You know,
With his
I
wife
show up
Gwen.
at work before the sun comes
A
up.
gift from Nancy P.
Panels and just trying to get a flavor for what people are talking
Oh,
about. And there was a
she's
lot
coming
about-
out.
Oh,
All right,
man.
my friend's up.
Sounds like they are
Yeah,
announcing
okay.
her.
I'll hold
You
that
see the
thought
vice
and
presidential
give it
seal.
back to you, Martha.
All right, let's listen in. Here she comes.
Let's see if she stumbles. They love you so much that they didn't vote for you.
Here's the cracker. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Ugh.
That's a handsome business suit. All right, let's hear it.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon.
Well,
Good
I guess we
afternoon.
know what accent she's going to use at this point, you know.
Good afternoon.
Okay, you've said that 5 times.
You know, man, good afternoon.
Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
She's
So
like,
let
stop
me
it.
say, and I love you back. And I love you back. So let me say, my heart is full today. My heart is full today,
Liar.
full of gratitude for the trust you have placed in me, full of love for our country, and full of resolve. The outcome of this election is not what we wanted, not what we fought for,
Just what America
not
wanted.
what we voted for. But
Oh.
hear me when I say, hear me when I say, the
Obama.
light of America's promise will always burn bright. As long
Wow.
as we never
Wow.
give up, and as long as we keep fighting.
I heard
Oh,
that.
oh,
Fight,
I'm
fight,
sorry.
fight,
Fighting?
fight.
Y'all are
fight.
To
crying?
my beloved Doug and our family, I love you so very much.
Ooh, and the daughter, that's the
To
model.
President Biden and Dr. Biden, thank you for your faith and support.
Which are nowhere to be seen.
To Governor Walz and the Walz family, I know your service to our nation
And your
will
hunting
continue.
skills.
And your lies.
And to my extraordinary team, to the volunteers who gave so much of themselves,
So much. So much.
to the poll workers and the local election officials.
Oh, you know the poll workers, girlfriend.
I thank
You
you.
worked
I
that
thank
poll.
you all. Look, I am so proud
Did
of
she
the
call
race
and
we
concede?
ran and the
No.
way we ran it. And the way we ran it. Over the 107 days of this campaign, we have been intentional about
Riveting.
building community
If she
and
did,
building
it has not been
coalitions,
announced, but
bringing people
as of
together
a
from
couple hours ago.
every walk of life and background, united by love of country with enthusiasm and joy in our
No.
fight for America's
hate and
future.
calling people Hitler.
Love.
And we did it with the knowledge that we all have so much more in common than what separates us.
Except
Now,
for the
I
Hitlers
know
and garbage people.
folks are feeling
Good word, she
and
just called.
experiencing a range of
I guess
emotions
that I
right
haven't
now.
checked in the last few hours.
I get it. But we must accept the results of this election. Earlier today, I
Wow.
spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory. I
Wow.
also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition,
Why,
and
what's
that
she
we
got to
will
do with it?
engage in a peaceful transfer of power.
So she's saying we're better than them.
How do we get balloons? Which one is it? No,
A
that's
fundamental
fireworks.
principle of American democracy is that when we lose an election, we accept the results. That principle, as much as any other, distinguishes democracy from monarchy or tyranny. And anyone who seeks the public trust must honor it. At the same time, in our nation, we owe loyalty not to a president or a party, but to the Constitution of the United States.
Oh,
Oh,
dude.
Who wrote this?
And loyalty to our conscience and to our God. My
Whoa, whoa.
allegiance to all three
Wait.
is
She didn't say
why
who
I
God
am
is.
here to say, while I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign.
Until she gets them
board of directors job somewhere.
That is a very creative way
The
to concede.
the fight for freedom, for opportunity, for fairness, and the dignity of all people. A fight for the ideals at the heart of our nation, the ideals that reflect America at our best. That is a fight I will never give up.
Until I get a high-paying board of directors job somewhere.
I will never give up the fight for a future where Americans
I heard OJ,
can
they'll be looking for the murder on the
their
golf courses.
dreams, ambitions, and aspirations, where the women of America have the freedom to make decisions about their own body and not have
Which is not the
their
baby growing in
government
them.
telling them what to do.
Yeah, don't worry about the women
We will
inside the
never
women.
give up the fight to protect our schools and our streets from gun violence.
I thought you just
And
talked about the
America, we
Constitution.
will never give up the fight for our democracy,
What
for
kind
the
of Glock
rule
does
of
she have?
law, for equal justice, and for the sacred idea that every one of us, no matter who we are or where we start out, has certain fundamental rights and freedoms that must be respected and upheld.
Unless you're a Republican.
This is when the audio
Oh,
doesn't
so
match
they're
the
still
video.
wearing masks.
And we will continue to wage this fight in the voting booth, in the courts, and in the public square. And we will also wage it in quieter ways, in how we live our lives,
How's that?
by treating one another with kindness and respect,
Even people that
by
disagree with you
looking
politically?
in the face of a stranger and seeing a neighbor, by always using our strength to lift people up, to fight for the dignity that all people deserve. The fight for our freedom will take hard work, but like I always say, we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work can be joyful work. And the fight for our country is always worth it. It is always worth it.
You would have burned it down, lady. You would have burned it down.
No, she paid to get the people out of jail that were burning it down.
Yeah.
To the young people who are watching, it is.
I'm blinded by the mainstream media, Kamala.
To the young people who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed. But please know it's going to be okay.
You deserve it. Yeah.
On the campaign, I would often say, when we fight, we win. But here's the thing. Sometimes the fight takes a while. That doesn't mean we won't win. That doesn't mean we won't win.
You lost.
The important thing is don't ever give up. Don't ever give up.
Never
Don't
surrender.
Ever stop trying to make the world a better place. You have power.
To burn
You
down
have
DC
power.
on January 20th.
And don't you ever listen when anyone tells you something is impossible because it has never been done before.
Yeah, it's impossible for her becoming president.
She's
You have
creative.
the capacity to do extraordinary good in the world. And so to everyone
Next
who is watching,
election.
do not despair. This is not a time to throw up our hands. This is a time to roll up our sleeves.
She's going to roll up her sleeves and get to work, you know.
This is a time to organize, to mobilize, and to stay engaged for the sake of freedom and justice and the future that we all know we can build together.
To be unburdened.
Many of you know,
By
I
what has
started
been.
out as a prosecutor, and throughout my career, I saw people
we
at
know.
some of the worst times in their lives.
We know.
People who had suffered great harm and great pain, and yet found within themselves the strength and the courage and the resolve to take the stand, to take a stand, to fight for justice, to fight for themselves, to fight for others. So let their courage be our inspiration. Let their determination be our charge. And I'll close with this.
Thank God.
An adage an historian once called a law of history,
Please be a short story.
true of every society across the ages. The adage is, only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. I know many people feel like we are entering a dark time, but for the benefit of us all, I hope that is not the case. But here's the thing, America, if it is, let us fill the sky with the light of a brilliant, brilliant billion of stars.
That doesn't even make sense.
The light of optimism,
Robbie McCrabface,
of
$5 super
faith,
chat. Thank you very much. I'm
of
shaking off
truth,
those burdens.
and service.
Nice. While hating people that disagree with you politically.
And may that work guide us, even in the face of setbacks, toward the extraordinary promise of the United States
Mama Hoffman.
of America. I thank you all. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. I thank you all.
Actually, not a sour grape speech. I was kind of impressed with
Harris in the concession
That's
speech.
why
in
it
which he
took
said
a full day to plan that. Look, I
She
mean,
should have had that planned 6 months ago.
No, she was waiting for the Xanax to kick in.
look, contrary to popular belief,
Ooh,
Xanax
ooh.
kicks in very quickly. But look, let me say this. To hear her, this
George
is where the
Pedro.
audio does not match the video at. I think she's at the wrong rally. It's funny because she's saying all these things that would
She
tug at the
never
heartstrings
said.
of people. She never talked about the Constitution like she did today. She never mentioned God like she did today. And it's funny that she's trying to appeal to people on both sides. And she did this. It was a very creative and very witty way. I mean, whoever wrote that.
So can we
Kudos to you.
talk about how we got here? And the problem is, one, Biden wasn't capable of. First off, Biden wasn't a capable senator, let alone vice president. He was non compos mentis more than a dozen years ago.
Well,
Word.
they try to hide his mental decline for years, and it blew up in their face. And so that was their doing.
So there's only two reasons to run Kamala. Well, maybe a couple of more. I mean, the double minority and damn you balloons. She's the double minority, but the fundraising that they raised for Biden would only be available to the VP. So that's big reason number one why they stuck with the Biden-Harris ticket, but old man, you're out. The other problem is, if they face the facts that, hey, Biden's a one-term president, and not like I'm trying to tell them how to do their job better, but if they made Biden a one-term president and had a primary, and that there were other primary candidates that could have run in a democratic process where they got voted on, whether it was somebody like Elizabeth Warren or not. I'm being agnostic. I'm sorry, say that?
I think it would have been Gavin Newsom.
Or whoever, right? Look, I can't stand the lady's voice or her laugh or her mannerisms or everything that she does that's 100% fake.
I mean, the lies. Like, you don't care about the Constitution. Oh, like, please.
Are you saying she's been inauthentic even today? Saying, yay, greatest country ever in the world.
In every single way.
Constitution, American Eagles, apple pie, and mom.
Do not allow there to be
Don't question the election.
divide or whatever. Yeah, don't question the election. Don't allow there to be divide. You are the party of political divisiveness. You are I mean, you cannot say, like, people that typically have, a heart of freedom, independence, and liberty. We don't hate the person with particular, like, differing political beliefs. Sorry, words are hard today. We dislike the political beliefs. But these people are literally saying the individual that believes that is bad, wrong, racist, fascist,
And
whatever.
so Dan Bongino says this all the time. The Democrats believe we're bad people. We believe they're people with bad ideas.
Exactly.
You're in the difference, and then there's
And
difference.
that's the you want to talk about who would want who exterminated? It's not us. We're not the
Dude,
ones.
I'm watching people say, I wish that shot didn't miss.
Remember,
They're
the FBI arrested some guy yesterday that was planning to kill conservative Christians. if
Dude,
Trump won.
I know somebody. I mean, I know him and I know the family. He's in Palm Beach under charges because he made threats against Trump on Facebook. I know him. I know his family.
Mm,
I've actually been to the range shooting with him.
wow.
And
You're lucky he didn't Chris Kyle your ass.
ooh, too soon.
So
Dude,
basically, what you're doing, you're saying, is you were training a assassin.
Oh,
Ouch.
is as much of an assassin as Vim Miller, right? Like, look, I can't stand the dishonesty and the lies. Clip that. I can't stand the dishonesty and the lies and the nerve of people that literally would wipe their deuce with the United States Constitution, that have literally stood up and said, she's talking about protecting natural rights and all that. Like, you have literally stood up and said, these natural rights that are supposed to be protected by the Constitution, I
Right.
don't believe in them. Therefore,
Right.
I'm going to attack them day one.
We're going to come into your house, go after your guns, make sure they're safely stored on a wall with rounds in them.
We're gonna go after your guns, and we're gonna go after your squirrels and raccoons.
Look, I know this is a touchy subject.
Do you
but
think
I just
Peanut
wanna-
won this for the Republicans?
Probably. I want to go on record saying this because sometimes this can be a touchy subject. I will die protecting those rights if needed. I'm just saying.
But so this lady is 100% inauthentic, even to her, resignation speech or whatever you want to call it, concession speech. None of these words were words that would leave her lips. She closed as she started and ran her campaign. 100% inauthentic.
Mm-hmm.
She's never done she during her whole entire campaign. She did not hold a single press conference.
Yeah, because then
where real questions would be asked.
Yeah, right. Dude, it's a joke. It's terrible. We know that the party that hates freedom, liberty, and independence just stood up and said, it's okay, we're going to continue this fight for freedom, liberty, and independence. Like, please, spare me the bullshit.
Well, I think she misspoke. I think she meant to say against instead of for.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yes, you're correct. The party that, wants to, let's see, Tim Walz said, it's like, well, you don't have the absolute freedom of speech. You can't say things that aren't true.
Sure.
You mean like Kamala on the campaign trail?
Dude. Some of the things I want to say, I can't. I'm usually the spicy one. It's always the darkest before the dawn. Hey, Riddler Man, bro. Great to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, man, that was kind of disgusting to watch. And I guess I understand, because those people of differing views, they look at Trump the same way we look at her. They're disgusted by him. They can't stand his voice. They don't believe a word that he says. She mispronounced prostitute and said prosecutor. Yes. Yes, indeed. Allegedly. Allegedly.
Did Willie Brown vote for her? Do we know?
Yeah. Thank you.
Riddler Man Gaming.
Chat.
Thank you, man.
Thanks,
He's an old friend of mine. I'll say that. He's an old friend
okay.
of mine. Yeah. Good to see you, bro.
Did she get Willie Brown's vote? I'm just curious.
Okay, so testing 1 2 3 says it's not bullshit. They still have a plan for us. It did kind of feel like, and look, I'm just a crazy, conspiracy theorist. It did kind of sound like she was like, look, and don't challenge the election. Like the little wink, and don't like, I don't know. I could absolutely see, she needs to appear that she is exiting with class, and while at the same time watch the world go crazy into the streets. Dude, I literally think that we are going to be looking at another Summer of Love v2.0. That's what I think we're going to see.
So I'm kind of surprised, because this contrasts to the Hillary loss, where Hillary's like, they stole it, they this it, they that it, they, and then she writes a book called What Happened, and it's like, what happened? I know what happened.
Yeah, you didn't cheat enough.
Yes.
So this election, weren't there a lot of independent people that hired poll watchers, had undercover journalists, investigative journalists out there watching people?
They didn't have ballot box stuffing going on.
Yeah, there were. It was. It's amazing if you look at the vote count being down too.
Yeah, 20 million less votes. I don't understand that.
Isn't that crazy? It's almost like people disappeared out of nowhere while our population increased tremendously. 81.5 million votes. Yeah.
I like it because Trump won the
popular vote.
Popular vote too.
Yeah. Dude, and we got the House and the Senate. We're rolling. I mean, I do believe the next 4 years are going to be the 4 years for gun rights. I think
what JD Vance is, JD Vance is on record multiple times saying we should disband the ATF. And after he was nominated for vice president, they asked him, "You said you should disband the ATF. Do you want to take the back?" He's like, "No."
Nice. Abolish them. Or allow them to just, go
after squirrels,
alcohol and tobacco. Let that be your thing, losers.
No, I think they should just deal with arson.
I mean, they should just not exist. But
arson they commit, or arson somebody else commits?
Someone else. If not going to get rid of them, just
was that too hot?
No, that was beautiful. Get rid of the GCA, absolutely.
Dude, NFA GCA.
Well, dude, right now, what I'm really excited about is the Hush Act is on the table.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go balls to the walls on getting Matt Hoover a pardon.
Yes.
Yeah. That is the propaganda that we are going to push, is that Trump needs to pardon Matt Hoover.
Honestly, I think we could reach him.
I know we can.
Well, I wasn't going to say it like that. Crow.
Oh, sorry.
I think that is the least that we can do in the name of freedom and independence and liberty.
And not only Matt, but Justin too.
So
I believe Justin's out. Somebody told me he's out.
We heard Justin's out.
Yeah, but there'd still be
pardon. Yeah, he could be pardoned.
Of course, yeah. His record should be
expunged. Gone. Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. Look, I can look at somebody like that, like Kamala, and I can just see the lies seeping through her teeth. And I get it. I understand that people of opposing views are going to look at Trump the same way, but there is no denying the absolute. Can I curse?
Yeah, go ahead. I already dropped an F-bomb.
The absolute fuckery that's been going on behind if you don't see them lying, them, by them I mean them, the Kamala, the Biden crime family. I usually don't use silly buzzwords like that, but look, they are a crime family. If you don't see all of their lying and cheating and stealing and embezzling, and then they hyper focus and put Trump under a microscope. And again, I'm not even a huge Trumper. I voted for the guy several times. I'd vote for him again today if I could. But they put him under a microscope, and the only thing they get is some bullshit accounting errors that they want to try. Like, dude,
Yeah.
I am not only am I blown away, I am thrilled to hear.
Yeah, you're right though, but a pardon still looks better for future endeavors.
Yeah. I am thrilled to hear that they only found those things. Give me any other politician, and put them under the same microscope that they've been looking under Trump with. Let me know what they find. Every computer, every device, every digital transmission of information,
Yep.
everything. All you have is grab them by the pussy and some accounting errors. We should be grateful that that's all we got.
Can he still appeal with the pardon? Yes, he can. But it will get him out. A pardon will not restore his 2A rights.
Yeah, it will not.
Yeah, I mean, that's if you look at the couple in St. Louis, they got pardoned and they still lost their gun rights. But you can still appeal even with the pardon.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a good start. It would be a good start. And if we can get him pardoned and pulled out of incarceration, holy moly. Man, to get CRS Matt back up making videos, you know how happy my heart would be?
Oh yeah.
Dude. You have DOJ, Garland, and Smith drop charges against Trump. Yep. Yeah, we dropped that earlier. Dude, I think this is going to be a good thing. I'm certainly not expecting miracles, but I'll tell you what, for everyone out there, I focus on things like preparedness on my channel as well. And I would tell you guys, make sure you are prepared. I can absolutely picture people that are, if you guys just go to Twitter and search KILL myself, you will see hundreds of thousands of people saying that due to the results of the election, they are typing that phrase.
They're going to self-delete.
Yes, which is insanity. Like, we don't
But
care that much.
so here's the problem. So first off, only somebody that is a borderline personality, and I say that with compassion, meaning that they need help, would get to that point. But this is stoked by the continuous fear mongering of all of the networks. So the blood is on the hands of all of these propaganda networks saying that Trump's Hitler, everybody's going to go to jail, he's going to execute, he's going to use the military against you, all of these.
Internment camps.
Women will be illegal, migrants will be illegal. I mean, all this stuff, like they're literally saying like women will not be able to, seek any form of health care. Migrants will be like, if you're not a white man, you're going to be. This woman on The View today, they all dressed in black. It was kind of funny actually, but they literally were sitting there saying, today, my father, who's an immigrant and who's a minority, has less rights today than he did yesterday. Like, what? Do you understand how law works? You know that, A, he's not even president yet. B, do you understand that acts of Congress take legislation in time? But you know what? If everyone followed the rules of the ATF and just could write an opinion and exercise that as law, then you may have some issues. Oh, who did that? Oh, not people that think like us. That's, well, technically Trump did with the bump stocks, but we remedied that. And that's why the justices are so important, man.
Yeah, that's why I voted for. I honestly, I'm not a Trump fan at all, but I voted for judges.
Yep, I agree. I think. Oh, can I say one last thing? And I'm sorry, it's somebody that a lot of us love. Johnny B. Johnny B. Johnny B. Johnny B. We love Johnny B. You know, I'd consider him a friend of the channel. Well, he came on DLD After Dark. We were having a conversation. This is like years ago. Okay. And one of the people that were on the show said, when Trump comes back, and started talking, and Johnny B stopped him and said, whoa, whoa, whoa. When Trump comes back, like, are you delusional? Are you crazy? Not only will he, never be elected again, he'll never even run again. You will never see Donald Trump be president again. He'll be like 90 years old. And well, Johnny B, congratulations. You can eat your words. But I do love you, bud. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Johnny's a pretty cool guy. I like Johnny a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I had to throw that out there. It was just something that was kind of rolling around in the back of my head through all this. It's like, he did say years back that this would never happen. So I have to
studio for Johnny B when he only had like 15,000 subs.
Say it again. What was the
What's the Universal Studio for Johnny B?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, he is. Look, I'm just poking fun. He's a really cool guy. We were just with him not too long ago. I just got to poke fun because he said Trump would never be president again. He would never run again. And look where we are now.
Look, you're a billionaire. Why would you want this ish? Also, it wasn't until he announced that he was running that they came after him and prosecuted him, tried to throw him in jail, tried to kill him, tried to bankrupt him, tried to get him removed from the ballot. I mean, they did every dirty trick. I don't know if I covered them all, but that was at least 4 different ways they tried to win before an election, before a free and fair election. So were we too big to rig?
I think so.
I think America spoke, and no matter how much they were jumping in and cheating, I think there were a lot of other checks and balances in place that usually were typically overlooked in previous elections. But man, people did not want to let this one go. They're tired of it. They're tired of everything that's come over the last 4 years. Just look at 4 years, man. Look at the cost of things. Look at inflation. Look at the housing market. Look at jobs. Look at employment. I don't know why, but everyone keeps talking about bacon. Okay, like I don't eat bacon like that, but bro, every little thing, it just gets under people's skin, and they're like, man, I'm done with this. I don't want this or anything like it ever again.
No, I do not believe that they're going to shut down the ATF.
So right now, the electoral votes are 226 Kamala, 292 Trump, and it looks like he's going to get 20 more votes. Like Nevada, Arizona, and Alaska have not been called.
Yeah, he's going to get all those.
So
you look at some places have already called it.
It looks like that's going to put him to 302.
It's
312. I'm sorry, 312.
It's a landslide.
Did you watch Kamala's concession speech? I'm surprised she conceded. Yes, but she did it in a very creative way because she added like, and though I'm conceding the race, what I'm not giving up is I'm not giving up the fight. It's like, okay, so you technically said that you're conceding, but it's creative, man. They these creative writers that practice neuro-linguistic programming and all these creative ways to speak to the general public, and then of course they use the same mainstream media, social media, and all these sources to totally get inside people's minds, and it's crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna have to run so I can pick up my daughter.
I gotta going to. So we're
one last thought. What drives me crazy is, while this was more of, let's see, I see 72 million votes for Trump and 67 million for her. There are times it looked close.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's just the way the votes were coming in. Like I said, that like the early voting and mail-in voting were being counted first this year. So it was going to be an illusion, a blue illusion. That's why I started up the stream last night talking about Pennsylvania. It's if they're not up by 700,000 by by 8 o'clock, I was like, they're in trouble, and they weren't. I was like, oh, they're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm glad that it went this way, but I will say that I thought that it was going to go another direction. I thought they were going to fix it. Just a quick shout out too before we wrap up. Thank you to John for allowing our company, Definition Knives, to be the sponsor of all the election festivities. And check out Definition Knives for a bunch of super affordable, awesome, very well made pocket knives.
What's the website?
It is definitionknives.com. And we have a bunch of super dope knives that are made out of D2 tool steel, 8CR13 MOV steel. These are all knives that are super well made, but they're also named after people in the community that we wanted to honor, like John Crump. We have one named after him called The Journalist. We have, for our homies with the Tactical Turkeys, we have the Birdshot. We have the DK1 for the DLD channel. And we also have the co-pilot for Flying Rich. And in honor of my father, who passed away this past July. Oh, where'd my Boyd go? I don't have a Boyd here. Do you have a Boyd handy?
No, you have
It's in the other room.
Yeah, I'm literally giving the Boyd to John, so mine's in the other room too.
All right, well, we gotta end it. I gotta get going.
Yeah.
So.
Just go to definitionknives.com. Check out the knives. We love all y'all.
All right. See you guys.
Oh, and Crumpy has knives too. Where are those going to be for sale?
It's gonna be Blackstone Tactical. I'm not ready yet. I still got to do some shots, but their 1090 high carbon steel, Damascus blades, all handmade. The wood handmade. The leather's all done by hand. You're gonna have 2 different models.
Hell yeah! Is that other one double edged?
No.
Oh, okay. Nice.
But they felt really good in the hand.
Oh, nice. Red Dawn says, I'm carrying the Boyd right now, and I have a journalist. Love him so much. Nice, man. Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys so much, and we'll have a good day. 1095. Sorry. 1095. Sorry. Guy Actual, you are absolutely right. 1095.
1095 high carbon steel.
Hopefully, I will not see you guys until tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I did. We were over 8 hours last night of live stream. Oh, it took one bathroom break in 8 hours. So,
yeah, and I was late to court, and I literally paid for it.
Dude, I called you like
I was
that
up.
Wasn't it?
I was up. It wasn't that.
And
it was no one's fault, but it was my fault.
All right.
But I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Right,
You guys are my alarm clock.